Hello guys. Welcome to TurboTough. I was going to say your number one sim racing channel, but I guess I'm a bit of a long way from there. But hey, welcome back. I've done so far 12 episodes of iRacing races, and I intend to create a series where not only my improvement in the simulator is noticeable, or you are able to identify our progress in it, but also I'm able to talk about what I think, what I feel, how I tackle different challenges in the virtual sim racing competitive world, and also how I have fun. At the end of the day, we do this to have fun, to enjoy ourselves, because it's just a passion of mine. I'm able to share not only online through these videos, but also with other people in the virtual tracks. That being said, as you can see in my channel, earlier this year we won the Daytona 24 Hours with my team, Sim Party Racing. And since then, I've done more endurance races. We did Bathurst, where I experienced my first wheel disconnect. I don't know why it happened, probably didn't plug in the cable correctly to my T300 base. And luckily, it happened while exiting the pits. You're probably watching footage of it right now. And damage was minimal. There wasn't any suspension or steering damage, which of course you want to avoid at a track like Bathurst. Well, at any track, but especially one like Bathurst, where you have plenty of elevation changes, plenty of tight corners, and also a lot of places where you want your steering to be as straight as possible. The thing is, even though we were leading the race at that point and we were able to maintain the top 5 throughout the first half of the race, things happened. And at the end of the day, this is kind of a casino. You can only do so much to keep the car on track, avoid damage, keep everything as clean and smooth as possible. But at the end of the day, you have to be prepared for the unexpected, which happened when the rain came. Driving Bathurst while the track was drying was an experience that I don't wish for anyone, especially during a yearly endurance event. And we struggled a lot at the end of the day. I went into the wall, my teammates went into the wall too. If I'm not mistaken, we finished P15, which, taking into account there were over 50 entries, it's not that bad. But when you notice that we had the pace and rhythm to win the race, it's obviously frustrating. And after Bathurst, I went with other guys from the same team, SPR, and we participated at Sebring, and something very eerily similar happened, where we were fighting for the lead, and then LMP2 gave us an innocent tap. It was the smallest tap in the world at Sunset Corner, and the car was done. The left front wheel was knocked out of alignment, and we were done for good. We were a lap down, and afterwards we had plenty of more incidents. We got a drive-through. We were pretty upset. That's a nice way to put it. After all the effort, all the practice, and the potential we had to win the race. So that's 2 for 2. Nevertheless, this video intends to be a reminder to myself and to whoever needs it. iRacing is a competitive sim racing online service. And competitive means that you're going to be with other people on track, and that usually leads to incidents. And that's part of life. You see that happening in real life racing series all of the time. And that's simply something you have to deal with. The key takeaway from this video, and what I want you to leave with, is that it's okay to feel frustrated, especially in team events. You put a lot of hours practicing and practicing and practicing. If I'm not mistaken, Max Verstappen, whenever participating in sim racing endurance events, he tries to put over 40 hours of preparation for each event or something like that. And I believe that's a low number compared to what other people at the release in my team, are putting in. Into learning the track, learning the conditions, learning the car, how it behaves, how to extract the most amount of performance out of it. But still, things happen. Things happen, and this applies to anything in life. Things are going to go south at any given time. And what determines your success in working towards a goal, whether we're talking about increasing your iRating or increasing your performance metric in any other aspect of life, hardship is going to be a factor that you're going to have to face. And in my case, I decided, okay, I made several mistakes for those events, but I see what I'm capable of. I see that at some tracks, for example, Road Atlanta, maybe Sebring, I was going to say Imola, but Imola is one of my weaker tracks. But hey, in some tracks, I'm able to keep up with drivers in the 3K to 4K iRating range, while being a 2.2K iRating driver. So here comes the announcement. From now on, up until the end of the season, which I believe is at the end of May or the start of June, I'll try to increase my iRating to a 3000 iRating. And there will be plenty of practice involved. I will upload the journey, whether I'm able to reach that goal by then. But also, I want this video to act as a reminder that if you're struggling in iRacing, if you're not having a good time, if you are not being able to consistently finish races, first you have to take a step back, breathe in, breathe out, and analyze what is happening. Try to be very critical about what's your fault and what isn't. In the heat of the moment, of course, we tend to outsource the blame in any crash. But I think we have to really be not only critical of the way we drive, but the way we handle when the car gets loose, when rain comes in, or when another driver makes contact with us and we get the short end of the stick. And it's normal, it's natural, it's part of the process. And it's because those moments are frustrating and don't leave you with a good taste. That's also the same reason why winning a race or winning a fight on track is very fulfilling. You can't have the good without the bad. And the most amount of strength and progress is going to come from how you handle those bad moments. If right now you want to make it out of rookies, which is a whole other process. You want to increase your iRating, you want to save your license, which, to be fair, that's a position I've been in the past 6 months or so in iRacing. If you're facing any of these endeavors, try to be soft with yourself personally. Don't give yourself a harder time that you need, but also be critical in the areas you need to improve. Luckily, if you want to improve your pace, if you want to improve your safety on track, there are plenty of resources out there you can access to, and they're even free. YouTube channels, tutorials, people on forums, Discords. And if you reach out to these people, you can get insights on how to be faster at a particular track and car combo, and how to deal with those difficulties you're already encountering. So my message is, take it easy. Don't talk to yourself in a bad way, but also be critical of how you're driving, how you're approaching the entire race, and try to improve in the areas you know how to improve. For example, I struggle when braking. I'm probably not as effective with my trail braking as I should be. I'm not able to stop the car as I should, and that's something I have to improve on in both the cars I'm driving this season, the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup and the M4 GT3. And I'm working towards that. I have to take into account that getting used to each car, it's a process. It will take time. The first 6 weeks are not going to be completely easy. I'm going to record some races. Hopefully, you'll watch them. But yeah, that's the main point of this video. Be easy on yourself and try to keep your chin up and keep on racing. You will have a good time, independent of the result. I'll leave you with a brief battle here at Sebring, the IMSA Open Series. It was very good. And I hope you stay tuned for further content and updates towards my journey to 3000 iRating. Enjoy! Bye bye!